Annapurna is a famous mountain for those who are fond of mountaineering, but for other people, it says almost nothing. Yet it should be famous. Annapurna 1 Main is the 10th highest mountain in the world at 8,091 meters, or 26,545 feet above sea level. It is also the mountain with the highest death rate in the world, even more than K2. Around 35%. This is due to the numerous avalanches, steep walls, and high altitude. In short, Annapurna is no mountain for old men. Annapurna is a massif in the Himalayas in north-central Nepal. This group of mountains includes one peak over 8,000 meters, or 26,000 feet, 13 peaks over 7,000 meters, or 23,000 feet, and 16 more over 6,000 meters, or 20,000 feet. Annapurna 1 is the first of the 8,000ers to be climbed and the only 8,000-meter peak to be conquered on the first try. The entire massif are protected within the Annapurna Conservation Area, the first and largest conservation area in Nepal. Historically, the Annapurna peaks are one of the world's most hardest mountains to climb, with a particular case of the south face of Annapurna 1, a wall of rock that rises 3,000 meters, or 9,800 feet, making it one of the most difficult climbs in the world. Annapurna 1 has the greatest fatality rate of all the 14 8,000ers. The ratio of 34 deaths per 100 safe returns on Annapurna I is followed by 29 for K2 and 21 for Nanga Parbat. In October 2014, at least 43 people were killed as a result of snowstorms and avalanches on and around Annapurna. It was as Nepal's worst ever trekking disaster. Annapurna 1 was the first 8,000-meter, or 26,200 feet, peak to be climbed. Morris Herzog and Louis Latranel, of the French Annapurna expedition led by Herzog, reached the summit on the 3rd of June 1950. Annapurna 1 has the greatest fatality rate of all the 14 8,000ers. At now, there have been around 80 deaths and 300 successful ascents. On the 25th of April, Kinchin was found, the Malaysian mountaineer who remained above 7,500 meters after reaching the summit of Annapurna. The man, in serious condition, after being treated in Kathmandu, was transported to Singapore. Initially, the Nepalese media had spoken of an abandonment by the Sherpa guide of the man who, exhausted, could no longer descend. In reality, things did not go as originally told, and indeed Kinchin Sherpa, Mountaineering Sherpa, is now also in serious health conditions for trying to save his client. Hundreds of people from around the world travel to the Himalayas each year for the spring climbing season, when conditions are best. Kin had returned to Nepal after summiting Everest last year. Was rescued in Nepal, after 2 nights in the open on one of the world's most treacherous mountains. Has died in a Singapore hospital. Kin, 48, succumbed to his injuries after he was airlifted at the weekend from Nepal's capital Kathmandu, where he was initially treated. He spent around 40 hours stranded at around 7,500 meters, or 24,600 feet, without food, water or supplementary oxygen, and was suffering from severe hypothermia and frostbite on his hands and feet when he was found. The mountaineer, a doctor who worked at a hospital in the city-state, had reached the top of the Annapurna on the 23rd of April. However, he failed to return to the nearest camp, 1 kilometer below the peak, with the rest of his group, sparking frantic efforts to find him. His guide had stumbled to the camp and raised the alarm. And now, let's see the Annapurna 1 climbed in this PC reconstruction.